All right, what is up, everybody? So we're gonna do another question and answer session here. So definitely got a lot of new questions in the last week since I did the last question and answer video. So it was pretty well received. In the questions I got this round, pretty common questions once again. So I definitely want to answer these questions on this video, and make sure you stick around to the end of the video because the last question I'm gonna answer here is probably the most common question I get. So stay tuned. So in this video, I've got 5 common questions about San Diego. And don't forget, on these question and answer videos, if you hop down to the comments, if there's something you're interested in or something you're not, you can hop around real easily on the videos. So it's all time-stamped, so you can click on the time and it will take you right to that topic. Or if you notice along the bottom here, it's also, you put your cursor over the bottom and it will tell you exactly where we're at on the timeline. So it's broken up. So hopefully that helps you save a little bit of time and you can just kind of stick to the information or the question and answer you're interested in. Real quick, if you're thinking about moving to, from, or within San Diego, don't be shy about getting a hold of me. I'm getting tons of emails, calls, and texts, and I absolutely love every single one of them. If there's anything I can do to help you reach your real estate goals, I am 100% going to make it happen. And if you find value in this video and I'm delivering content that you find useful, make sure to click subscribe and also tap that little bell. That way you're notified every single time I upload a new video just like this. Question number 1 has to do with a video I did about 2 months ago. So specifically the question is, how much does it cost to host your 3D virtual tours on the Asteroom website? So real quick backstory on that, and then I'll answer your question. It's a real simple answer, but the reason I put that video together is because I knew, like myself, being in real estate, we all had a lot of the same questions. If we were not using 3D or virtual tours before, we probably are now at this point. I think most people are. So, and they will be for the foreseeable future as we deal with this COVID-19 craziness and madness. I wanted to put that together because I was looking for a solution. I was looking for demos, couldn't find anything usable on YouTube or on the internet in general. So that's why I put that video together. So, and if you're not in real estate, bear with me. We're gonna get to actual questions about San Diego in just a minute. I have about 4 other questions, but this pertains to that video that I did, which, like I said before, is gonna be right up here. So check that video out if you wanna check it out. But specifically, I'm paying right now for my hosted tours. I think right now I have 3 tours up. I may be adding another one here real shortly, potentially 2 more, which would give me 5. So the way it works is when you first start using the product Asteroom, you can use their rotor kit, which allows you to use your mobile phone. You know, I'm using the iPhone 11 Max on it, and it does a pretty good job. But it's a motor, so what it does is you put it on a tripod. It does like a panorama of a room. You go room by room, and it will take, you know, their rotor spins your camera around, so you get shots, and then it kind of stitches it together. It's like a 3D sort of experience. But you can also, with their hosting and their products, you can use if you have a better 360 camera, let's say, which would be a next step up for me because I'm still kind of experimenting with the product to see if I should be doing it or if I should be sourcing that out to a true virtual tour specialist. But you can use a 360 camera, so if you have one, their product works for that too. But I'm paying for 5 tours. I'm using 3 actively right now, but I have 2 slots and I may fill those up. But it is $19.90 a month is what they charge. And it's pay as you go, so it's a pretty good deal. So it's basically month to month. So if I have a month where I sell out of my inventory, I have nothing at the moment to post, no 3D tours, I can actually I can take it down. I can not pay for that month. Okay, so are there shopping malls in San Diego? And if so, how many? And are they any good? So I'm thinking that for sure, you have not been to San Diego, first of all. In San Diego, we have a city, we have a downtown. It's a pretty busy, happening place. So yes, we have shopping malls. We actually have a lot of shopping malls. So in San Diego Metro, kind of near downtown, and as it bleeds out into the suburbs, there's a few malls. So you're gonna have, used to have one actually downtown, which was Horton Plaza. That's basically closed down. They're converting it into basically office suites, but and it's kind of a weird, creative mall, artist mall. It was tough to navigate. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it's gone. So now you're gonna have Fashion Valley, which is probably one of the best. That's located right off the 8 freeway near Mission Valley. And then there's Mission Valley Mall, which is pretty good as well. If you continue going on the 8 East, go East San Diego, you're gonna have the East County Mall, Parkway Plaza. I can't remember the name offhand. It's escaping my mind as I make this video, but I'm gonna pop a little note here on screen for you. So there's also, if you go south, there's gonna be Bonita. That's a shopping mall. If you go up the 15 freeway, there's gonna be North County Fair. I think that's the name. They keep changing the name. But that one I heard is gonna close, so it's not gonna be there for very long. But you also have UTC, which is basically University Town Center. That's a very good mall. I say that's pretty comparable to Fashion Valley. That's a very popular mall. And then you go up to North County, like Carlsbad. There's a couple malls. Oceanside has a mall. So there's also big shopping centers, especially up in North County in the Carlsbad area. There's a lot of shopping. So there's no shortage of malls in San Diego. But to answer your question, yes, we have malls and they're pretty good malls. So I don't like shopping, but hey, if you like to shop, we do have malls. Okay, so question number 3 is a good one. Definitely pertains to San Diego, but it was in San Diego. There are a lot of transplants, and if I move to San Diego, am I gonna stick out from like a sore thumb? So I had an extra note there from the East Coast. So the simple answer is yes, there's a ton of transplants here. So there's a lot of people that come from the East Coast to the West Coast. A lot of them will land, their landing spot is gonna be San Diego. So, and it's a good landing spot. Or they'll land in LA, land in Orange County, but I think San Diego, I'm a little biased, I'm living here. It's a pretty nice landing spot. So, also you gotta remember that San Diego is a big military town, right? So you're gonna have a lot of transplants just by the nature of, we have a huge Navy base here. We have Miramar. I know you've all seen Top Gun.
I feel the need for speed.
We have the Marine Corps Recruiting Depot. We have Camp Pendleton. So there's a lot of military. So that brings people from all over the country. So definitely a lot of transplants. And this is kind of interesting, but if you're, let's say, a big sports fan, college or professional sports, no matter what your team is, you're probably gonna have a place to go. A good example would be like NFL Sunday, right? Every team is going to have their different bars where fans get together and watch the games. Might be at a restaurant, things like that. But, kind of give you a little taste of being home. But since there are so many transplants, that's not hard to find. You're going to find communities that get together. And let's say you're a diehard New York Giants fan. You want to check out the game with other Giants fans, right? You don't want to sit with Cowboy fans or Eagles fans or Redskins fans. You would go to the Naughty Barrel in downtown on a Sunday to watch a game. But to answer your question, tons of transplants in San Diego. Okay, so question number 4 is, and once again, we're getting away from that San Diego concept, but that's 100% okay. You can ask me any questions you want. So, do I edit my own videos? Like the video you're watching right now, did I edit this? So the answer is going to be yes. I definitely edit my own videos, but I gotta say that there's a bit of a learning curve. No matter what program or software or how you're editing videos, there's definitely a bit to learn. So definitely when I got started, I didn't think I knew what I was really getting into. At this point now, I have lots of templates set up. Specifically, I use Premiere Pro mostly to do my editing, the Adobe product. I use Adobe After Effects sometimes for motion graphics. Just depends, but took a little while to learn that program. I'm not sure that if I went back and needed to learn again, I would recommend Premiere Pro because it's capable of unbelievable things. I mean, it's a professional's program, but there's just such a steep learning curve. And a lot of the things that I do, I probably could have done in an easier to use program or software. So that's what I'm using, Premiere Pro. I do edit all my own videos right now. And I can tell you that if you're thinking about getting into this video thing for whatever it might be, real estate, if you want to be a vlogger, I mean, whatever it might be, you might want to do a health channel. What else is big on YouTube? I mean, there's a million things you could do. I think you probably should learn to edit your own videos. At some point you get real big. Hey, maybe you can send it out, have an editor working for you, and get it done. But I think you got to know kind of makes a difference when you're putting these videos together. Like you're kind of visualizing cuts and how things kind of piece together. And a lot of that came from sitting down and just spending hours and hours and hours editing videos. So yes, I edit all my own videos. Okay, so the final question for this question and answer session is how dog friendly San Diego is. So San Diego is super, super, super dog friendly. Pretty much anywhere you can imagine, most places you can imagine you go, any type of recreational activity, there's going to be opportunities to bring your dog. So I pretty much everywhere I go, I mean, I see people with their dogs. I have 2 dogs, so they're little guys, 11, 12 pounds. I bring them out, bring them to lunch. You know, you do walks near the water. There's beaches that are okay for dogs. People bring their dogs shopping. Like I said before, I don't like to shop, but if I did, I'd bring my dog. So it's a super, super friendly, dog friendly city and community, even as far as trying to find housing. So if you're buying a house or a condo, doesn't really matter for the most part. Although if you're buying a condo and you have big dogs, depending on what kind of dog you have, you kind of have to watch out there because some condos and townhomes associations, they have rules. You can run into breed restrictions. Sometimes you can run into weight restrictions, like a condo complex might not allow dogs over 25 pounds. Number of dogs, a lot of condos don't allow more than 2. But yeah, so you're gonna find that most, just about all of San Diego is super, super dog friendly. Anyway, those are 5 common questions. I got a lot of questions actually in the last week or so since I did the last question and answer video. But those are 5 of probably the most common questions that I get. But any questions you have, if you want them answered on the next video, just send them to me. So drop them in the YouTube comments here. You can text them to me, you can email them. Whatever works for you works for me. So if I see the question, I'm gonna answer it. But real quick, if you're thinking about making that move to, from, or within San Diego, don't be shy about getting a hold of me. Getting tons of emails, calls, and texts. Absolutely love every single one of them. If there's anything I can do to help you with your San Diego real estate experience, or San Diego in general, just let me know. If I can make it happen, I 100% will. And I will see you on the next video.